Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing a reading today for Taurus in love. I'm going to do in past, present, future, and I'll also clarify with a message from the mermaids. I've already cleansed the cards, so let's get straight into it. So this is a reading for Taurus in love. Please provide messages that is within their best interest to hear at this time. In love, please provide messages with clarity for their highest good. Two more. The overall energy of the spread is the star. So the star is healing, it's connecting with self. You can see that there. The star card is the seven sisters, representative of the constellation. So it's knowing that you're guided as well. It's being naked. So maybe there's been a situation that you're currently in or have just come out of, which, has promoted this, this action within you to start assessing your emotions, to filter your pool, what has not served you and what is no longer serving you, and, filtering it out. This card speaks to me of, emotional pain, but what do we get from pain is growth. So maybe you're feeling a little bit vulnerable at the moment. In love, we'll see what the cards say, but this is a card of healing. And, I always say this in love readings, we get like cards like the Three of Swords, the Star, it's like people think, there's no hope. But this is where we grow from, is from dealing and acknowledging. So well done for dealing and acknowledging and feeling at this time, Taurus. We'll see what we get in your past energies first. What did I just say? The Three of Swords. Maybe there's been a past situation within which, you've started to deal with, as we have here with the Star card. The Three of Swords speaks to me of heartbreak, of pain. It doesn't necessarily have to be love, but it's, emotional, something that you're processing at this time and feeling a little bit vulnerable about. But keep doing what you're doing and keep processing, because this is where we acknowledge and we grow from, and know that you're guided, and tap into your higher self. Potentially meditate, take a few moments, 5 minutes, to just close your eyes and see how you're feeling, see what pops up. We are going to clarify these cards. So a situation that, has brought you to this place of healing, of starting to heal at least. In the present energies, we have the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of Pentacles. Sorry, the Pentacles always get me confused. But 9 of Pentacles. So this speaks to me, is somebody who has been through the battles. They're on their own, but they're abundant for it because they've learned their lessons. This maiden here is, she's abundant. She doesn't forget her past, which is represented here by the bird with its eyes are cloaked over. She doesn't forget her past, but it's made her stronger, and growth is occurring. Growth is occurring in you now, Taurus. So, it's a great place to be. We can't forget, but we have to acknowledge in order to grow. So great strength I feel in this spread already in love. And, we have to process for ourselves internally in order to move on and then give to others, fill our own cup first. It's, it's healing. It's healing, and healing is great. It's uncomfortable at the time, but it's great. And you're showing up in your present energy as, being in a better position for it. You're still in it, potentially. Maybe, you've had a past relationship, or you're just leaving one, or you're currently thinking about leaving a partner. But you're doing it for yourself because you know what's good for you, and you know what growth this is going to bring. And it's being true to yourself to set foundations in your physical world. Lovely energy so far. And in the future, we have this Knight of Wands. Potentially, this is somebody who may be trying to come back into your life. It's a chaotic energy, this Knight of Wands, you know, fast and furious, not quite sure where they're going, potentially a fire sign. The chameleons in this card, sorry, the little geckos, if you can see, I'm not quite sure, their heads and their tails are not quite meeting yet, which speaks of probably cycles not being completed with this person. You're processing at the moment, but I feel like your overall energy in the present moment is thinking of being on your own and thinking of leaving this energy behind. But we will clarify, so don't be surprised if this person who has caused this heartbreak decides sporadically to get on his horse and try one more time. But you know better. It feels like you've already processed and are in the process of processing the heartbreak caused from this situation. Right, so I'm going to clarify using the Lightseers Tarot. I'm going to clarify the Three of Swords for Taurus in love. Please provide messages of clarity for their highest good. We have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups here, which is walking away because you've got your cups in a row. If you remember in the traditional Rider-Waite, the cups are in a row and they're walking off into what seems like cliffs, and you have the moon there as well. So it might seem dangerous. It might seem like you're not sure where you're going, but you're unsettled with the Eight of Cups that you do have. You're going in search of those two cups to bring you to the Ten of Cups, to bring you to that happiness. So, you know, this card also speaks to me of being temporary. It's a temporary measure. And again, speaking of this Knight of Wands potentially coming back in, you may return to this situation. They may return to you, but you know what's good for you. You're in the mindset of, as I said, being alone for a little bit and healing, which is a great place to be. So Eight of Cups, again, is lovely. You're going in search of what fulfills you, what brings you solace, what brings you peace in your heart, and into the sunshine. You can see there, you're going off to find that light. Can you see that? Going off to find those two cups of self-fulfillment. In love. And I mean love of self, because we have to love self before we can give to others. So yeah, it kind of reminds me of a Hermit card, just taking that step in, taking that step inside of yourself, and that having that little bit of space, that solace to just heal and, you know, take heed of what's happened. So don't be put off by this Knight of Wands energy if they decide to come galloping back into your life to try one more time. Right, so let's clarify the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Three of Cups, 2 threes, which is lovely. It's saying you're guided. You're guided. Your guides are with you. Whoever you believe in is with you. Your higher self. You know, abundant times are coming. Times of celebration. Times of peace. And this also speaks to me of not doing it alone. If you're feeling overwhelmed emotionally, speak to friends, speak to family. And if you don't have people you feel you can speak to, write it down, because I feel like when you write, I've said this before, you hear, you process your words in a different way. It's not all in your head. When it's on paper, you can process differently and you actually hear yourself, you know, as we have with the Star card, tap into self, into your higher self. And your guides are there. We have that twice now, like divine guidance in this spread, which is lovely. They're supporting you on this journey. They're supporting you if you choose to go it alone. You are supported and you are being held at this time. Right, I'm going to clarify this Knight of Wands. Who is this Knight of Wands? Let's see. Knight of Wands, we have The Chariot is what we were talking about, that feeling of somebody rushing in. They're not quite sure where they're going, but they're rushing in at the last minute in the future energies whilst you're trying to heal. And, you know, maybe you already have. Maybe you already have decided to step away from this person and go it alone. And that, you know, it's typical, isn't it, in relationships? It's like you don't know what you've got until it's gone. And then you're like, oh my God, they're serious. They're not coming back. Well, I'm going to try one last time. So just take heed of that, as we've said through the reading. All you need to be focusing on now is your healing and what you're doing in your world, in your physical world, to do you and, you know, build those foundations that you need to build. So yeah, rushing in with the Chariot there. Right, I'm going to pull one card of clarification for you, Taurus, on this spread. Just one card of guidance, please, for Taurus at this time, for their highest good. Using the messages from the mermaids. I'll do... Oh, I'm going to take this one. Healing. Oh my gosh, look at this card. It's so beautiful. I don't feel like I've pulled this card before. Look at that, healing. And again, we have that group situation here like we had with the Three of Cups. You're guided. Look at the light coming down there. It's divine guidance and a time to bathe in the waters of healing, which we have here representative with the Star card. It's what you're doing, Taurus. So please keep doing it. And know that you're guided and you're held in whatever decision you decide to take. It may be hard, it may feel hard, but you were supported and you were doing the right thing for you. So I'm just going to read the little blurb for healing to finish off. It's such a lovely card. I've genuinely never pulled that before, so it's quite exciting for me. And for you, of course. Right, so healing. Healing, set aside the time for healing. Welcome and allow healing energy to flow into your life or share your healing energy with others. These mermaids bring a powerful healing energy into your reading today. This healing can be for your mind, body, or spirit, or for all three. If you don't need healing at this time, then it's for someone close to you or the recipient of this reading. Part of the healing process is to believe you deserve to be healed and to also be receptive on a subconscious level to healing energies, as we've discussed. Now, this might sound strange, but feeling and truly believing that you're worthy of being healed is a huge part of becoming whole again and free from dis-ease. Are you being called to heal another? Have you considered a path in the healing arts? There are so many ways to administer healing. Simply listening can greatly help someone to feel heard, which in turn can lead to an inner healing and transformation. Perhaps you've recently completed a healing course. If so, this card is confirmation that it's time to take your healing skills out into the world. Have you been delaying your own healing? Sunlight is a powerful healing energy that most of us have access to fairly regularly. It can make you feel energized and uplifted. So slather on the sun cream and go out and enjoy it in a safe way. Once you prioritize time for self-care and healing, you'll be able to face the world again with vigor and enthusiasm. What are you waiting for? Do it now. I believe you are, and that's touched on so many points in this reading. Walking off into the sunshine, healing. You're already doing it and you're guided, Taurus. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Please join me again in mid-January for your love reading. So let's see how this situation has progressed then. But until then, thank you so much. If you resonated with the reading, I am new here, so please like, share or subscribe. Thank you again. All the best.